Oh, yes. Citizens of Gotham, welcome to the Political Vigilante Game Show. I use my game show voice on this live stream. We are here at the beautiful All Things Comedy. They have new coffee mugs here, which is fantastic. World headquarters. We are streaming live to everybody out there in the known universe. And the way this works, we have first two amazing contestants. Let's meet our contestants, ladies and gentlemen, from the Convo couch. It's Fiorella and Pasta.
Hi.
Hey, look at that wide shot, everybody.
What's up?
Thank you guys for doing the show. How is everything going at Convo couch? You guys have been traveling, right? You were in New Hampshire. You were in you were
boots on the ground,
flipping coins in Iowa.
Yes,
absolutely.
Cutting phone lines. What did you do in Iowa? You set up your own app. What happened over there?
Yeah, we did a whole shadow app thing, and we were just trying to be fair and give Pete Buttigieg all the support he needed. I mean,
thank you, Robbie.
He did.
Got to thank your friends, Mr. Mook out there.
Is this a hot mic? Oh.
This is a hot mic for sure. So welcome everybody. Like, share, and subscribe to the live stream. I want to tell a little bit. I know normally I wear black T-shirts, but so this shirt is it's a nicer shirt. So here's what happened. I do have a fair amount of nicer shirts, and I took several of them to get dry cleaned on Tuesday, and they said they'd be ready Thursday. And it's a little bit of a drive from the beach to Burbank, so I stopped by there, and the guy was like, "Your shirts aren't ready." I was like, "What? My shirts aren't ready?" I was like, "I gotta go to work. I need a nice shirt to wear." And I see this at the dry, there's this donation bin of all these shirts that people don't pick up. And I go, "Can I have one of these?" He goes, "Yeah," but he goes, "What size are you?" I said, I don't know, like a medium. And he pulls out 3 or 4 really nice shirts. He goes, "You want one?" They're just sitting here. And I was like, "You got it." So this is a new shirt. I mean, it's another guy's shirt, so it's a little weird, but it was dry cleaned professionally.
Wow.
It looks beautiful. I mean, you've done our show 3 or 4 times, and every time you wear a black shirt, I'm like, when are you going to wear that nice shirt? And I just feel honored that you have this beautiful looking shirt on for me today.
I do. I'm in a little warm. I don't know, Aaron, if it's possible to turn the air conditioning on. That's one of the reasons I wear black shirts is I sweat a lot. So
I feel like you're selling out. I feel like this points to the fact that you're selling out. That's what I feel.
Well, I think Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg got really good ideas. I think
Yes, they do.
centrism is going to be the thing that helps all of us. I don't know why you're attacking me. I mean, sure, I did get this from a billionaire in a wine cave, and this show is brought to you by Cambridge Analytica.
Yes,
and
nice.
Raytheon. And
Yes.
so I don't know why you're calling me sellout.
Damn, civil liberties, military-industrial complex. We got some
great.
good sponsors over here.
Well, we're helping justice around America, around the world. We're
Cambridge Analytica, I love it.
Yeah,
Love
freedom
it.
of
Get the
speech.
deep, dark people out there watching this shit.
It's doing freedom.
And he's a super delegate.
I know, right?
I have a super, yes. I just bought myself into being a super delegate, so that's exciting. But here's how I haven't done it in a couple months now because we've been busy with all the primary stuff. But here's how the Political Vigilante Game Show goes. First of all, Pasta and Fee will be playing for 2 contestants. So the first 2 people to do a $10 super chat, you will be the contestants. And whichever one of them wins, you will get a prize bag. I'll put a bunch of Political Vigilante merch in there. If you guys have any Convo Couch stuff, we'll put it in there. And the runner-up will probably get, I don't know, some type of deodorant. It's usually how I do it, or a soap. All right, we got Emberg 33 as our first contestant. Oh, snap. So all we need is one more person, and
one more.
That's who you'll play for. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that, thus far we've had 3 states. Bernie has won overwhelmingly, and there it is, JK. All right, so JK and Emberg 33, but we'll get to you guys in a second. You are the 2 contestants, so you guys are playing. Fiorella, who do you want? I'll let you pick first. You want to play for JK or Emberg 33?
Choose wisely, because I'm going to kick your butt, so you're going to, be letting somebody
JK
down.
sounds like an easier name to remember. So
All right, JK, Fiorella is playing for you. Pasta's playing for Emberg 33.
That's who I wanted. I wanted Ember.
There you go.
Got it. All right.
I had Emberg actually on this show. So we've had 3 states thus far. 79 people are watching. Please hit the like button. Share this stream out. what are you guys seeing thus far? I mean, you've been on the ground. You're obviously covering this like we all are. What are you seeing? And we just had the debates Tuesday, or debacle as I like to call it.
Yeah.
Bernie won overwhelmingly in Nevada. You know, we talked about on this show. I'm sure you guys did. You know, Biden, Buttigieg, and Warren combined didn't have as many votes as Bernie in Nevada, which is a very diverse state. People don't realize Nevada, 75% of the whole population lives in a major city, either Reno or Vegas, right? So what are you seeing as from the last 3 states and this debate from Tuesday as we move into South Carolina, which is important, but really Super Tuesday is what it's all about. What are you guys seeing?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm a little disappointed that the shadow app didn't work properly in Nevada. That sucks. I want to say that right off the bat. But no, we're seeing more or less the same that we saw in 2016 and the same thing we saw in 2018, is that our elections are really engineered. Noam Chomsky talks about it, engineering elections. And what they're doing in almost every single state. But the results of Nevada were very much like what Trump experienced when he ran in 2016, that he was so overwhelming and so powerful. So many people, so many workers went out and voted that he was able to buck the system. Now, I still think we shouldn't take a chance at, allowing this to happen. We should call out election fraud in any situation, anytime we see it. It happened in Iowa. We saw a little glimpse of it in New Hampshire. It was just odd that the exit polls in New Hampshire really were off in the areas they used the AccuCount voting machine, which was a closed proprietary software. It's, in other words, it's not owned by the people. It's not open. It's closed software. And that's where we saw the fugaziness of the numbers off. And then we all know what happened in Iowa. And kudos to the Bernie campaign for having their own app to back it up and counter those results. But there's going to be a lot of more shenanigans happening, especially in our home state here in Los Angeles. So just be prepared to see more poo-poo hit the fan, because it's we're not out of the woodworks yet, because Bernie Sanders can win every single primary and still go into that convention with not enough delegates.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of agree with Pasta. I mean, I think obviously election integrity is a huge issue. I think we saw distrust in the machines in Iowa, distrust in the system. It was proven to be altered with the shadow app. No jokes, all jokes aside. And just kind of little things adding up to causing chaos and kind of suppressing the vote. Then in New Hampshire, the machines, which we kind of followed that as well, were kind of hard to trust based on they were the Diebold AccuVote machines that had been shown to not always be accurate. And we saw Bernie win in Iowa and New Hampshire, but he didn't win by a large margin. But in Nevada, because people, all of the media and all of the supporters and everybody was literally watching Nevada like a hawk, I feel like the Nevada Democratic Party felt like, okay, we can't do anything. And in a lot of locations, like I was at the Bellagio, for instance, they didn't even use the app. They simply used a normal paper ballot with the calculator. And in those areas, you saw Bernie win overwhelmingly. And I think one thing can't be denied is that Bernie Sanders has the majority of the working class support. And Latinos helped win Nevada for Bernie. I mean, I saw mostly Latino people who worked at the casinos, people who were janitors, people who were working class people
that
show
are all
up there.
in unions, most of them.
And they went against the leadership of the unions who had told them Bernie Sanders was going to take away their health care, that Bernie Sanders wasn't going to fight for them. They went against that leadership and they voted for him. So I think the overwhelming majority of people are voting for Bernie. They're out there for him. They see that he's genuine, that he has been consistent for the last 40 years. But at the same time, I think like this isn't going to be easy come LA County. I think we need to pay attention to how everything is going to unfold. New York and a lot of the big metropolitan cities. So
it's somebody just wrote eat the rich.
and
we'll let you know in Wisconsin if we'll do that. We going into that, that's the thing. We go into that convention and it goes to the second round. I'm fearful what's going to happen if they try to take this away from Bernie Sanders again.
It's going to be. I worry about the, what happened in the '68 Democratic Convention, and the Chicago Police Department at the behest of the CIA went after people pretty hard in '68, and of course that was after Bobby Kennedy had just been assassinated.
Totally.
So it's really. I'm cautiously optimistic because Bernie could just crush on Super Tuesday and just make it overwhelming. And because here's the thing that I'm seeing, just the statistics I'm seeing, the people I talk to outside of our, because we're in a little bit of a indie media bubble, you know what I mean? Progressive indie media bubble and the diehard. But the people that are like, look, I like Bernie, but I'm going to vote for whoever can beat Trump the best.
Right. Yeah.
And those people actually, and it's why I'm beginning to understand why Bernie isn't taking the gloves off more. Initially, I was like, come on, Bernie. That's what we want. I think that group
I agree with you.
wouldn't want to see that. I think they're tired of Trump. They're just anybody to beat Trump. I don't care who. They like Bernie, some of them, or they think, I don't know if he's realistic or not. I think had Bernie come out too fighty the way we would like, I think it would have turned some of those people off. I think Bernie, his strategy was, I need to win the Democratic primary.
Yeah.
The registered Democratic voter is different than the Republican primary voter.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And Trump also didn't have to fight superdelegates.
No.
And Trump went into it thinking, literally, he said, I mean, it's in several books. I just want to get third place. Roger Ailes is going to give me a channel. And then he just kept picking people off.
Yeah.
And so I honestly think that in talking to a lot of just people that aren't in our bubble, who watch a half hour of CNN a day and flip through the internet. And, I like Bernie, but, maybe Mayor Pete's got some stuff and maybe Warren, like those people, if Bernie were to come out too aggressive, they might be turned off by him. And I think that actually his strategy, I'm beginning to see like it's making more sense to me as this primary goes on. I would like to see him come out fighting, but as he's winning the way he's winning, it feels like, and when I see mainstream media, I mean, obviously Chris Matthews did that thing, but then he apologized, and you had, and we showed it on the Jimmy Dore show in San Jose, this MSNBC rich guy in this nice blue suit talking to Joyanne Reed. Man, we're out of touch. And people need to pay attention. This network's out of touch. Chris Matthews is out of touch. And Joyanne Reed was like, yeah. I mean, these are corporate shills, man. These are people that are paid to be against Bernie Sanders are having to go, oh, man. And when they're saying that, and like I also, too, I saw that woman, we all saw this clip, who said, there's a lot of great Democrats in the field that I think are great, but I'm voting for Bernie because MSNBC goes after him too hard. Those are the people that are, because Bernie's got our vote.
Yeah.
We're going to vote for him no matter what he does. You know what I mean? So those people are who he's going after. And those are the people he's starting. And look at the numbers of people who like, when did you make your decision in all these first 3 states? Oh, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
Today? And those people need to see Bernie just consistent. I don't take money. He's saying this. He's been saying the same goddamn thing for 4 decades.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm being cautiously optimistic, but that's the thing that I'm seeing. And I don't deny any of the scam. Like we all know how they're going to try to screw him and what they're going to try to do.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing like this groundswell of not just the diehard Bernie people and all these women and people of color that are backing him, AOC and Nina Turner and all those people. But the like, I'm tired of Trump. And you know what? I voted for Bernie in the primary last time and I voted for Hillary and maybe that was a mistake. Not this time. I'm just hearing more of that.
Yeah.
What is? Am I wrong?
Let me say this much. I think you hit it on the nose, and we've talked about this several times on our show that Bernie is definitely running to win the primary, and then we're hoping for some sort of pivot. I'm hoping for some sort of cleansing within his own campaign because the people that are up in front of his campaign, the higher people, the Fayez's, the Matt Duss, I can't stand them, and I think they are leading him down a path in certain situations, particularly when it comes to the Russiagate narrative. So I understand he's going.
I disagree. Yeah,
exactly,
and
that is where he becomes. He gets into some dangerous territory for the general election. Right. Because if Donald Trump has got to be the only one to come out and say the Democratic Party is screwing Bernie Sanders, they don't want him to be at the ticket, and that's what I think is going on. Adam Schiff is the one leaking all this Russian bullshit stuff. It will come back and harm Bernie Sanders if he says, Putin, stay out of our elections, because people don't want to hear that bullshit anymore, especially the people in the middle. So even though he is trying to win the Democratic primary, he's got to be careful when he goes into certain issues. He can't just be anti-Trump. All right, he has to be, no, it's the Democratic Party that's screwing me over too. But like you said, walking this fine line, I hated the Russiagate narrative coming out of Chuck Rocha, Nina Turner, Bernie Sanders. I thought it was a terrible move, and he cannot look to Jeremy Corbyn-ish when he doesn't stand up to his own party and he only wants to point the finger at Russia and the Republicans for election
Here's
integrity
what I'm
issues.
seeing. He says those things like at the debate.
Yes.
But then the day after, he gives this speech where he's like, look, the Democratic Party, I mean, they're screwing me left to right and center. Like, so he's sort of like, all right, I'll give you your talking points for the debate. But then in other places, right after the debate, he said, they're like, what do you think of those people booing you? And he goes, those people that pay $30 to $100?
Yes.
They bought the election. He goes, and he said, that's the DNC who did that. So I feel like he's doing it enough because, look, I'm not worried about him going head-to-head with Trump at all. I really am not. It's a slam dunk to me because when you talk
I'm worried.
I'm not, and here's why.
I'm worried.
Several reasons why.
Yeah.
The DNC is the DNC knows how popular he is. Trump knows how popular he is. That's why Trump saying, I want to run against him, is trying to scare Democratic voters into going, we should get Bloomberg. He'll fight him. Another billionaire, pedophile. That'll be the ticket. So first of all, there's these statistics. In a Fox viewer poll last spring, a month before he did the Fox town hall, Fox viewers voted for him over Trump head to head. After that town hall, it went even up.
Yeah.
Then there's Texas, which Texas is the Republicans' California. The state that has the most new Democratic Socialists of America chapters, you want to take a guess?
Tejas.
Texas.
Yeah.
So Bernie is gonna, and who's in Texas? A lot of Latinos.
Yeah.
And Bernie is gonna, if he takes that state, it's over. And he's going to campaign there. He's going to campaign in red states. And he's going to show Trump for who he is. When Trump's like, oh, Bernie's a socialist. He's going, you gave $1.5 trillion to billionaires. I'm going to give that money for student debt forgiveness. Where's this? Everyone says how great the economy is. Hey, people in Texas, is it better for you?
Yeah.
I think Bernie has to walk a fine line in regards to how much he, gives into the establishment Russiagate. And I think he does it enough to where, okay, and then he goes around, and when he's at his rallies, by the way, and he goes after Trump, he gets a few applauses, but when he's at his rallies, and I've been at pretty much the majority of them, he gets like a roaring applause, and he's like, we're going to take on the pharmaceutical industry, we're going to take on the military industrial complex, and we're going to take on the whole damn 1%. And when he does that, people really respond to it. So I think he's listening to his base, but I think he's also being tactical and smart about not pushing away a lot of these centrist voters. Now, counteracting to that, I think what Pasta was saying is that there are a lot of these independents and libertarians and Republicans who will see that as capitulation, who will see that as a weakness. Now, is their vote going to matter in the primary as much? Not really. But it's going to matter in the general. And when there are things like impeachment that actually, in my opinion, impeachment has helped Donald Trump because of the way the Democrats have conducted this fiasco. And they have made Trump look like a victim. They've made him look like somebody that, is actually telling the truth about them and their hypocrisy. So I think that has actually helped Trump. And I've seen it in the polls. If you look at the polls between Bernie, who has been polling the best against Trump, and Trump, you're going to see it being reduced from initially with a larger 9-point lead to now it's like a few points away.
3.
I think Bernie needs to pick somebody that is a progressive for VP, but that is also able to get these independent votes and these libertarian votes. And we've talked about it. We've talked about it
that's how
many
we
times.
feel. But I don't do it just because I'm a super fan or I like her. I'm still going to be voting for her in the primary, and I'm expecting to vote for Bernie Sanders if he wins the general. But in New Hampshire, just something to throw at you, Graham, when we were there, and we had a Tulsi event that was right near a Bernie event. In a symbolic vote in New Hampshire, he got 140,000 votes following this impeachment, which riled up his base. Okay, 140,000 votes. Bernie Sanders got 75,000 votes in that state. Granted, there were other people, running, and there was about 220,000 votes. But his approval rating also shot up to 49%. Donald Trump. That was higher than Barack Obama's right now. So if you're going to sit here and tell me, and I'm not saying that you're saying that, but people out there that Trump is going to be an easy win, it ain't. It's going to be tough because the whole mentality that he's doing good for the economy. And the Democratic Party as a whole, the mainstream media as a whole, will not push back on that and not fight this. So there is this kind of fairy tale image that Donald Trump has done great for the economy when he hasn't done great for the economy for middle class, poor people, people on the streets, and the homelessness. And that's going to come into factor when the general election comes around.
See, I think that's absolutely true, but I think that actually benefits Bernie because he can say, well, that's the Democratic establishment. I'm fighting outside of that. I mean, that's what got Trump elected.
And
I'm the outsider
Yes.
within the Republican Party. I was the big outsider. Bernie's going to say, look, when people when he goes on and say, oh, this Democrats, and Bernie will look, they've screwed me from day one.
Yeah.
Just like, so I don't know. I really feel like the Democratic Party is the single biggest hurdle for Bernie Sanders becoming president of the United States of America.
The stigma that he's a Democrat, because once again, when he lost last time, he went and campaigned for Hillary Clinton, and a lot of people haven't forgotten about that. They're still pissed off at that, and they don't know if they can count on Bernie to stand up against the establishment full-fledged and beat them back, and that's a concern for a lot of people.
But is that the majority? Or is that just a select few people? Because I feel like a lot of the people that feel that, I mean, I've been talking to so many people, and I feel like most people are like, okay, well, anyone but Trump. Every time I've been canvassing, every time I've been, is that a majority, or is that just the people that are paying
California.
attention? I think that's not. I think that's a minority of people that are still upset about Hillary Clinton. I mean, I was upset, a lot of my friends were upset, but I think that's also a minority. I don't think it's going to be enough to offset that. I think it's just the Republicans in general. If they come out and vote, if people feel like Bernie Sanders, let's say he picks Elizabeth Warren as a VP, which at this point would be ridiculous. If he were to do that, I think that would absolutely hurt him. But I think if he picks anybody that's remotely progressive and that's decent, he's going to get pretty much. He's going to be able to defeat Donald Trump, no questions asked.
Yes, somebody asked. Yes, I used to host a game show called Strip Poker and also Cram on the Game Show Network.
Should I take this off?
If you want, 274 people watching, please hit the like button. Let's get into the game show, ladies and gentlemen. So, first of all, Teresa Allen, thank you so much for supporting the show. Fee is playing for JK. Let me make sure I write that down. Fee is JK, and actually I'm gonna put that on the big board, everybody. I've got a big graphic board here we're gonna use. It's gonna be Fee is playing for JK, and Pasta is playing for, hold on, shit.
I would like to use my landline.
Emberg 33.
Yes.
All right, that's who everybody is playing. Here's the game board right now. Here's how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. So I will ask a question of certain categories. You chime in with your name. So just say Pasta or Fee. First person to chime in gets to answer it first. If you get the question correct, you get 1 point. And then there is a bonus clarification that you can pick up another point. Now, let's say what Pasta chimes in, he gets the question wrong. I will then give the person who didn't chime in a chance to pick up the bonus point.
Okay.
All right. So whoever's in the lead, once we get to the end, that's the big winner.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So
Terrible
here
at
we
these
go,
things. Sorry.
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Political Vigilante Game Show. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching live on YouTube. This is my game show voice. I've got hair that doesn't move and beautiful teeth. Open collared shirt, ladies and gentlemen, the game show voice. So this category, is this either a quote from a Joe Biden speech or a song lyric? Another name for this category is 867-5309 or 3330-33330. Ladies and gentlemen, first person get this right. Here's the quote. Keep the radio playing all night long.
Pasta.
Pasta.
That's going to be Joe Biden quote.
That pasta is incorrect. Sophie, that is a song. Can you name the musician or the song? You'll pick up a bonus. You'll pick up a point and take the lead. If not, it'll stay tied at 0-0.
I cannot.
Just guess anything. Give a shot.
Can you repeat it?
Keep the radio playing all night long. Granted, this was written by Ron Placone. Big music guy.
Tom Petty.
It was El DeBarge.
Both of those are incorrect.
All night long, all night.
That was by Alistair, Radio Player.
He said, Joe Biden said, keep the phonograph playing all night long.
Yes.
That was a little tricky over there.
That's right. These questions are not easy, Pasta.
I gotcha.
And remember, Harvey Weinstein donated to a bunch of Democrats. Look at that up there. Just as a break between questions. The Democratic Party funded by a sexual predator. There's Liz Warren. That is Elizabeth Warren.
She's a progressive.
No.
Don't primary her.
Yeah. She's also progressively taken money from 6 billionaires and consistently lies about calling our revolution a super PAC.
Yeah. That too.
Taking money from CAA, UTA, all Epstein connected people.
Right.
Oh,
all those people in the media that smear people. They're all working for they all have the same agencies. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the score is 0-0. Next question. Is this a Joe Biden quote or a lyric?
God.
It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Touch me.
Pasta.
Feet.
Pasta chimed in.
It's a musical
It's a musical.
lyric. It's not Joe Biden.
It is a song. That is correct.
Yes.
You get 1 point.
Thank you.
For a bonus point,
Yes.
tell us the artist and name of the song.
One more time.
It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Touch me.
I'm going to say Susan Sarandon from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Touch me.
No, the correct answer is U2. It's a beautiful day. Boom, boom.
I should have known.
Don't let it get away.
It's a beautiful day.
Boom, boom, boom.
Lauren
Harvey
Hamill would be
Weinstein
upset.
funded the Democrats. All right, sorry.
But I get a point, right?
You do get a
Thank
point.
you.
Oh, let's go to the
I told
big
you I'm going to beat you, Fee.
I'm terrible at these things. Sorry, JK.
Hold on. Now, Pasta, let's update the big board.
Here's the big board.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Sorry. That's a Martin Luther King.
And it comes
me-
to music.
All right. Let me update the board. Hold on. Wait. There it is. 1. Fee has
No.
0.
Donut, Fee. Donut.
There's the board, ladies and gentlemen. Fiorella has 0 points, playing for JK. Pasta playing for Emberg 33 has the lead with 1.
I got you, Emberg.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
got you 3-3.
next, was this a Joe Biden quote
Oh, God.
or a lyric? Song or Joe Biden? We're in a battle. A battle.
Fee.
Yes.
Joe Biden.
Fee. That's correct. You have just tied us up, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting. Oh, we're locked in one.
I should have known battle right off the bat. G.I. Joe. Right away.
Folks, we're tied at 1 apiece. Yes, Joe Biden, Battle for America's Soul. That was in Pennsylvania in April of 2019.
Jeez.
Joe Biden battling for souls in Pennsylvania. Who knew he was a vampire hunter?
God. The images that just came up in my head.
All right.
Okay.
And I like kids bouncing on my legs.
My hairy
I know
legs.
a lot about cockroaches and going in the sun.
Blonde, hairy legs.
Blonde hairy legs.
Corn Pop's a friend of mine.
3-3-3. Yeah.
All right. Next question. Joe Biden or song lyric? Unity over division.
Fee.
Fee.
Joe Biden.
Fiorella. You just took the lead. That is correct.
You're just guessing now.
Unity over division, truth over lies, again from the Battle for America's Soul in Pennsylvania, April of 2019. That does sound like a vampire musical.
Don't worry about it, JK. I got you, JK. I'm coming back.
A lot of
strong.
questions left.
I have JK.
I'm sorry, Mumberg.
Number
33.
33. Fiorella has the lead 2-1. A lot of points go back and forth, Pasta. Don't
Got
get
it. Got
dejected.
it. I won't.
We call that a good horse race in the game show biz.
Joe Biden.
That's correct.
All right.
All right. Is this a Joe Biden quote or a song lyric? A girl that chews Copenhagen, when she opens up her mouth, all her teeth.
Pasta.
Yes.
That's definitely a song.
That is correct.
Yes.
For the bonus point.
Who sings it and what's the name of the song?
Yes.
Can you sing the whole line again? A girl who chooses.
A girl that chews Copenhagen, when she opens up her mouth, all her teeth are falling out.
I'm going to say John Fogerty, The Old Man Lives Down the Road.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
But you did pick up 1 point. We are now tied at 2 apiece.
Who was it, by the way?
I will tell you that in a second. The correct answer was Buzz Poets, Copenhagen Girl.
Did you get that from Ron?
That's Ron picking up.
Ron. It's going to be the hard thing he knows we're never going to get.
We're not
Thanks,
gonna get
Ron.
Ron is going to pick.
Oh, my God, Placone.
Was it hard for him to write the U2 lyric? Because he's
Such a
like, they're
hipster.
such sellouts.
I know.
They're not.
Ron is a hipster. It's okay.
Ron, if you're watching, thank you for bringing up bands we've never heard of.
Please.
Yeah.
All right.